Greetings from the Jazz Cloud. What you heard towards the end there is based on what I like to call the Pat Metheny hybrid picking and tapping lick. It's something he used in many of his solos, mainly throughout the 90s. I'm Richie Zellin, and in today's lesson we are going to explore the true origin of this lick. And it dates back before jazz even existed. Then we'll deconstruct and reconstruct it in a variety of new ways so you can apply it to any set of chord changes. And along the way, we'll learn a technique that lets us play wide intervals fluently, even at fast tempos. And let's start by learning the technique behind the original lick, which consists of a 4-note cell. Here we have a G and an E. And this can imply many chords, but for this example, let's think of it as the minor third and root of an E minor triad in second inversion. Now, the right hand execution consists of picking the first note with a downstroke, plucking the second note with either your middle finger or your ring finger, and tapping the final two notes with your left hand. So, where did this 4-note cell originally come from? Well, it actually goes back centuries to the Baroque period, and you'll probably recall hearing it in the keyboard compositions of Johann Sebastian Bach. Just listen to this typical sequence alternating over a minor tonic and dominant. There are many such examples in Baroque music where the basic open triad moves between two diatonic chords in the given key. But by just altering and adding a few notes, we can incorporate sevenths and upper extensions to imply the changes over a 2-5-1. Let's start with a major 2-5-1 in the key of A. Let's hear it in the context of a brief solo, and notice how I introduce it. Next, let's change the intervals inside this initial 4-note cell. In all the previous examples, we've used the same interval pattern, an ascending and descending major sixth. It then ends with the second note of the cell played an octave below. This time we are going to begin with a major seventh. So by widening the intervals, we open up a whole new set of harmonic applications and sonic textures. And this one is over a major 2-5-1, this time in the key of D. Now here's the same idea dropped into a short solo. So next, let's apply the concept to a minor 2-5-1. And now we are going to alter the initial intervallic formula to begin with an interval of a tenth. And be sure to stick with me. Shortly after, I am going to show you an etude I've put together using this concept through the changes of a well-known standard. And here it is over a short solo segment. And next I want you to hear how it can work over the changes to an entire standard. But before I do, I want to be clear. We are barely scratching the surface here. So if you want to take this hybrid picking and tapping concept to the next level, I have prepared a special study package featuring PDFs with 21 phrases featuring this concept in regular notation and tab, each one including left and right hand annotations and covering major and minor 251s as well as other applications. There's also a PDF of the upcoming etude plus MP3 audio files of everything. And finally, Band in a Box and Guitar profiles are included too to make your practice sessions more productive. And you can download the whole package for a minimal contribution from jazzguitar.richiezelland.com/premium, and you'll find a direct link in the info section below. Oh, and while you're at it, be sure to download a copy of my free ebook, 10 Tips to Improve Your Jazz Solos, plus the myths holding you back. Next, I want to play you the etude I wrote, and it's over the changes to All the Things You Are. This standard features some commonly used cadences from the Baroque period. And for me, it has been the ideal vehicle to master this technique in a familiar musical context. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this is not necessarily how you would use it in a jazz solo. And that's because an etude, which is derived from the French word for study, is a musical composition designed to help a musician practice and master a specific technical skill. So it tends to be a repetitive study meant to build muscle memory and dexterity. And once you master it, you can introduce the concept within a jazz solo as you see fit. Here it is. Listen to it. I've learned that most of what we play in jazz has evolved from classical music, and Pat Metheny's hybrid tapping lick is a perfect example of this. And this is also evidence that there is a wealth of information in the music that lick originally came from, which has already been adapted to the jazz language. For those of you still with me, I truly hope you enjoyed this lesson. As usual, I really appreciate your comments, likes, and if this is your first time on this channel, please be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. I'm Richie Zelland, and I look forward to sharing another info-filled lesson with you real soon. Until then, you know the drill. Practice, practice, practice. Take a break, rinse and repeat. May peace be with you. Nos vemos pronto.